Today we're working on PowerPoint Chapter 2 Grader project. So this is what you should have opened up. It should have your name at the top. So step 2 says on slide 2, change the bullet characters to check mark bullets from the bullets gallery. So go to this slide 2. And I'm going to highlight these. I'm going to go up here to bullets. I'm going to change it to check marks. And then it says change the color to red accent 5. So I'm going to click up here on the bullets. I'm going to go to bullets and numbering. I'm going to go to color. Red accent 5 is right here. And then it says the size to be 105% of the text. So right here where it says size 100, I'm going to bump that up to 105 and then click OK. Now your bullets should be a little bit bigger and they should be red check marks. Step 3 says on slide 6, so let's go down to slide 6. Increase the list level for the last 2 bullet items one time to make them subordinate to the second sub-bullet. So I'm going to highlight these last 2. Up here we're on the Home tab. Right up here where it says Increase List Level, click that one time and you see that moved those over to where they are underneath there. Step 4 on slide 7, so go to slide 7. Select the bullets under Repurposing Abandoned Factories bullet. So it's talking about these bullets right here. Change them to a numbered list using the default number list format. So I'm just going to go up here to where it's the numbering and click on that, and that's the default. So now that is a numbered list. Step 5 on slide 3. So go back to slide 3. Which is current projects. Change the layout to to content. So I'm going to go up here to layout. I'm going to select to content. And in the right placeholder, insert the house JPEG picture file. So I'm going to go to pictures. You need to go to wherever you downloaded everything. When you extracted it, it's going to be in that folder wherever you extracted it to. So house, and click insert. I'm going to close this design ideas. We don't need that. Resize the picture so it's 3.5 inches high. So I'm going to bump this down to 3.5. And the width should adjust automatically to 4.67, which you see mine did that. And apply the reflected bevel black picture style. So here's my picture styles right here. I'm going to click this down arrow, and reflected bevel black is right here. So I've done that. Step 6 on slide 4. So go to slide 4. Insert a text box that is 1.5 inches high and 5 inches wide. Wrap text within the box and type the following text. So let's click insert. Text box. We're going to draw a text box. I go up to format. We want it to be 1.5 inches high. The width to be 5 inches. Let's right click on this. Click on the edge of it, right click and click Format Shape just to show you text options, and go here to text box, and you can see right here where it's got wrap text in shape. We want to make sure that that is checked. And we're going to type C our website at www.montgomeryconstruction.com for pictures of our restoration and renovation projects and include the period according to the instructions. So I click on mine now and I see that my height has changed to, I want to bump this up to 1.5. Make sure your box is 1.5 high, 5 inches wide. Step 7. Make sure your text box is selected. It wants to apply the Intense Effect Reg Accent 5 shape style. So up here's our shape styles. Make sure you've clicked Format. Shape styles and Intense Effect Red Accent 5 is this one right here. Center the text box horizontally. So right here where it says Align, we want to align center, and that aligns it horizontally. I'm going to right click on it again and go to Format Shape. Make sure you've got shape options selected. Click right here where it says Size and Properties, and it wants us position it vertically 5.27 inches from the top left hand corner. So got to click Position, don't click Text Box, click Position. Vertical position needs to be 5.27 from the top left corner. So I'm going to change this to 5.27 from the top left corner. And that's where that should be. Step 8, on slide 1, so go back to slide 1, you're to insert a rectangle 1 inches high by 2 inches wide. So we're going to click Insert. We're going to go to Shapes and Rectangles. Click on Rectangle and draw a rectangle. And go over here to the size 1 inches high by 2 inches wide. And then draw an oval 1 inch high, 1.3 wide. So we're going to click Insert, Shapes, go down here to your oval, and we want it to be 1 inch high, 1.3 wide. 1 inch high, 1.3 wide. Position the oval on top of the rectangle so that the two objects are centered with each other and the side selection handles align with the top of the rectangle. So we're going to click on this and we want to see it centered. Right there. That's where it should be. You saw the red lines. Next, union the shapes using the Merge Shapes command, and then resize the shape to 1 inch high by 2 inches wide. So you've got the oval selected. Hold down the Shift key, select the rectangle, go up here to where it says Merge Shapes, click the down arrow and click Union. And then we want to make sure that it's 1 inches high, 1 inches high by 2 inches wide. So that's what it should look like. Step 9 says add the text Montgomery Construction. Montgomery Construction. And then use the Align Text command on the Home tab to align the text with the bottom of the shape. So click on the Home tab, go over here where it says Align Text, and then we want it to align bottom. So that's what we should do. Step 10, format the shape with the Intense Effect Red Accent 5 shape style. So click on Format, Intense Effect red accent 5 is that one. And then move the shape to its right border aligned with the 6-inch mark on the right end of the horizontal ruler, and its bottom border aligns 1 inch above the middle of the slide. So as we move this over, you can see right here, here's the 6-inch. So you want to get this close to that 6-inch. And then here, we started with the 0 over here on the left up to 1 inch. So we need to move that down to where it's approximately right there. The next step says to insert a new slide at the end of the presentation. So we're going to go to what is slide 8, and we want a blank layout. So click new slide and then click blank. So we now have a slide 9 that's blank. Insert a pattern fill, light gray text to dark upward, diagonal, hard shadow, text to word, art graphic with the text, we build it better. And then there's a note that says depending on the version of Office you are using, the style name may be pattern fill, light gray, dark upward, diagonal, stripe, hard shadow. So we're going to go to insert, and we're doing word art. And it's this one in the bottom right hand corner that says light gray, dark upward, diagonal, stripe, hard shadow. So that's the one we want. And we're going to type, we build it better, exclamation point, and make sure you capitalize each word. Step 12 says to change the font size of the graphic text to 66. So let's highlight the text. We're going to change the size to 66. And then increase the width of the graphic to 8.3 inches. So bump it up there to 8.3 inches. Apply the chevron up warp transition text effect to the graphic and position it at the center and middle of the slide. So text effects right here. I'm going to click there and go to transform, and it's chevron up warp, which is this one right here. We're in the warp section, and there's the chevron up. Then it says to position it at the center and middle of the slide. So I'm going to go up here with it still selected, click align, align center, align, align middle. And that's where it should be. Step 13 says on slide 8, so let's go back up to slide 8. Select the bullet list. So let's select this bullet list. And it wants us to convert it to the horizontal bullet list Smartart style. So let's right click it, convert to Smartart, and horizontal bullet list. Horizontal bullet list is right there. Use the text pane to add a bullet between the bid review and final steps shape. So my text pane is already selected. If yours isn't selected, if you're up here on the Smart Tools design, if you'll click text pane, and it wants it between the bid review and final steps. So I hit down here and I hit enter, and we have a new box here, and it's going to be titled bid revision. Bid revision as the title. And I spelled revision wrong, so let me go back up here and put an I right here. Make sure you spell it correctly. After you type bid revision, you're going to hit make sure I'm right here at the end of it in this box over here. I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to hit tab, and that puts me down below it because it wants sub bullets. The first sub bullet is update calculations, and the second sub bullet, revise bid. So you've added this bid revision, update calculations, and revise bid as the text. Now we need to click on the edge of the Smartart. We can close this text pane, and we want to apply the polished Smartart style. Here's our Smartart style, so I'm going to click the down arrow, and the polished is right here, and then change the colors to colorful range accent 4, colors 4 to 5. So change colors, we're in the colorful accent range, and we want 4 to 5, which is this group right here. Step 15 says change the transition for all slides to split. So I'm going to click down here. I'm going to hold down the shift key. Every slide is selected. We are doing transitions. We want it to be split, and we're going to apply it to all. So now if I click on each slide, when I click on it, I can look up here and see that it, yes, indeed, has been applied to split. So all of the slides have the split transition. Step 16 says create a footer on all slides except the title slide. So let's click Insert, go to Header and Footer, and we want it to click on Footer, and we want to include the date and time. We want it to update automatically, which that box is already checked. Display slide numbers, we want to check that. We don't want it on the title slide, so check that box. Click in the footer, and we're going to type Montgomery Construction, and then click Apply to All. And if you click on each slide, you will see the date, the slide number, Montgomery Instruction, and it'll be on every slide except the title slide. The second part of step 16 says run the presentation from the beginning and the slideshow view to preview the slides. So right up here on your quick access toolbar, click Start from the beginning. And we're just going to click through your slides. You should see a split effect in all of these. Just click through all the slides to preview it. Step 17 says change the print options. So let's click File and then Print. Change the print options to 9 slides horizontal handouts. So click right here where it says full page slides. We're in the handouts. 9 slides horizontal. Change it to that. You should see all 9 of your slides. And then save and close the presentation, and exit PowerPoint and submit the file as directed. So you'll submit this in Pearson, and this completes Chapter 2 Grader project.